As it stands, Dahaka has no one in the fight that he can interact with. Now, I don't expect it to remain that way, but if they can pull off a draft where like it doesn't look like Dahaka has an obvious target, I think that they might find their opponents really struggle to get the engage together, because Dahaka really needs like someone he can just look at and right click and spend his fights like that, right? That's a happy Dahaka. He just right clicks.
Blazing Garrosh, just click them in your team and they die. Or
Yeah,
Brightwing.
but
Like,
you can't. I think you can't reliably lick a Brightwing. I think if you're a Brightwing and you reliably get licked, you maybe shouldn't be playing Brightwing.
or in the meantime, Madness Rumble turning up the heat now with the bread and butter comp of Variant Stukov turned into silence. Coming out for just one-shotting people. Punishing the lack of a cleanse from Brightwing.
Can you ever Medivh here? Maybe not. I don't know. Cloudistro does love his Medivh.
I think it's...
It would just be Kalthas Falstad.
I think if you go for Medivh, you need like a Vala or something with it.
Maybe.
We need something.
I was wondering if you could
damage.
play Medivh Gul'dan.
It sounds juicy.
Yeah.
But hey, we've got the Kelsos back on Shrines.
We have got the Kalthas back on Shrines. 100% win rate so far today. Yeah, I mean, I'm imagining that's full material. A small part of my brain wants to hope that that's Smash variant, but I think it's not. I love Smash variant so much. It's so good. You just shout at them and they die. Game design 11 out of 10. I'm a bit of a Sonya player from back in the day where you shout at them and jump on them and they die. But this is like, you can do it at 4. Sonya, you got to wait till 10 before you can have fun. I miss the old Sonya. Remember when Sonya was like Imba? What a time. What a time. In case you can't tell, guys, Luke has done a full day of work and he didn't get much sleep last night. But he's here. It's 1-0 to my eyes. We're going to be playing some Infernal Shrines very soon. And this could be it. They could end it here and maintain the 100% Kalthas win rate. Or, alternatively, we could see the comeback begin as Madness Rumble, while they're slowly loading their triple frontline comp in. It's not the first time we've seen triple frontline Hanzo today.
Yeah, it's true. That's true.
Probably going to go better than last time. But it might not. And if that's not a casting prediction, I don't know what is.
Let's see as we are
dear.
still loading here.
Can't believe Trans let us go on the main one.
And with that, we have loaded in successfully. And to the left side, in the blues, it's going to be Madness Rumble, as we have Philadelphia on the Hanzo, Phylox on Stukov, Patchnox on the Haka, Razak on the Tyrol, and Panda J on the Variant.
And 1-0 up in this second semi-final, about to book themselves in with a place in that grand final, or at least I'm sure they hope so. Whiting Dragok is your Blaze. You got Cat on that Kalthas. Guano is your Brightwing. Dipio back on his Garrosh, and Cloud is Troy on your Falstad. Look at him go. It's Claude, isn't it? Claude is Troy. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We all know who he is. I can't say words. I apologize. It doesn't matter. He should be called what he wants to be called. So lick on Blaze. It's a stun on Tyrael. It's a throw on Panda J. The variant getting chucked in. Razak falling a little bit low here. But all in all, sanity has been resumed.
Yeah, looking for the talents level 1, we do see a W build Hanzo.
Another AA Falstad. Is Q Falstad just not played anymore?
I don't know. I'm not a Falstad player anymore these days, as we have a quick throw onto the Variant there. Taking a lot of damage. Will be fine.
Panda J still getting warm. Just, tanking a couple of throws. Getting in Dipio's head.
We see
Waiting for level 4 where he can just insta taunt off the throat. It's all in the mind games. All in the mind games.
We do see salvation from Tyrell, so increasing his own shield and giving himself a bit of a heal when it breaks. Instead of the bigger AoE shield, which we usually see in the talent.
I strongly believe Tyrell's level 1 doesn't matter. They're all like really naff.
In the meantime, thanks Andreas for the raid. I hope you guys had a nice stream. Hope you had some nice match over the channel as well. Welcome, welcome.
Oh, bless. Welcome, guys. Hello. If you've just joined us, this is the Nexus Rumble upper semi-finals. This is semi-final number 2. Semi-final 1 was well contested by the Tumble-Dried Rumblers, but in the end they didn't have enough for the Furious Bloody Investigators, going down 0-2. And now My Eyes took a nice 1-0 lead with Claudius Troy's Tracer putting a lot of work in. But now a slightly more out-of-the-box setup from Madness, I would say. Slightly more standard for them, though. We got the Taunt Varian, the Tyrael, and the Dahaka coming in here with a Hanzo and a Stukov behind it. But if Garrosh can get good angles, if he can get the split of the front line, or if he can get the backliners into the middle of his team, there is a huge amount of CC available. You've got potentially Throw, Polymorph, Blaze Stun, Kelthar Stun, and then finally a Gust to really get someone unable to push buttons for a long period of time. So both teams definitely got things going in their favor. As poor Brightwing, man, that hero does not have wave clear.
Indeed, let's see. But isn't the Turo level 1 the bigger AoE usually used to stop your opponents from clearing your wave?
Yes, I think it is.
Lick onto the Blaze. There's a Dragon Teleport there.
I
be fine.
Bet the statistics say that this one gives him 2% more life in some team fights, or something like that. The numbers don't lie.
The cake is a lie.
Oh, Big Taunt comes in onto Garrosh. The silence is underneath. Is going to get caught by the Brightwing cleanse, but it's not going to be a huge impact. She does have the AAs that will help her recharge that quicker, and she is now going to spit at that Varian. The Polymorph is there, but she's been kind of left behind by her team. Has to be careful here. Another nice silence, just controlling the space really well. 27-34, and more Shrine Minions going over to that red, to the blue side. But Drayrok is going in on Philadelphia. Ferox has to get a big heal off here, and he does. Claudius Troy rolling away, but it's going to be first blood on the Blaze, a blue Punisher, and a nice start for Madness Rumble. Once again, strong early game coming out from them.
Yeah, now with this Punisher. Nope, not yet baited. There we go. There's the bait over the wall. Making sure it tanks the fort and both towers for maximum damage from structures. Will not get much done here, but in the meantime the bot lane has been pushed out by Madness Rumble.
I think Brightwing's Polymorph just did 1,000 damage to Razak. Oh, Dipio, gotta be careful. Brightwing is coming, is gonna get there in time. Dahaka's digging in. This is a full 5v5. A throw onto Hanzo. Can they get him? Yes, they can. Razak's really low here as well. They're gonna chuck the Blaze in on top. That is a second kill. What a lovely counter fight there from My Eyes. So similar in start to the one before, but with slightly better execution from that Garrosh throw. It is all coming up red. My Eyes swinging back and stealing the camps.
Yeah, and we saw exactly what we saw also earlier. Oh, a throw onto the Varian, but now he's body blocked, not allowed to walk out there. And that's another kill for My Eyes.
Disappointing that Brightwing got secure. Nothing is funnier than taunted heroes AAing something to death. It was very close, you know.
Yeah,
Potential for 2 taunts in this game, as Razak needs to be careful, but nice play there from Stukov, just making Dipio second guess how many tower shots he really wanted to tank.
No, what we just saw there was a nice 2-man play stun into the KT follow-up again. So those area stuns are really nice with KT together.
Yeah, it's true. Blaze Kelthas, set it on fire. Claudius Troy just Claudius, he doesn't care. He's looking at Razak like, you're a Tyrael. I'm not scared of you. So what do you think? Judge the Kelthas?
Wait a second. We have to find bigger and reciprocate?
Wait, why do we have reciprocate?
Wasn't the reciprocate used to have wave clone Tyrell? Like when people played him in the offlane?
I guess it's for shrine
Sanct-
clear?
Sanct is broken.
Like, it has to be shrine clear, no?
I guess.
Is it not just better to have armor though if you're not going AA talent on 7? I can't even remember what the third blaze, third Tyrael 4 is.
Slow and heal. Increase slow duration on the Q and healing you for 3% for every hit.
I mean, that feels better here as well, no?
Oh, anyways.
Anyway,
Spawn
we are
on
not-
the top lane.
We're not the chefs here.
We have thought a lot about the talents, but we have Judgment now being picked up, so we might see Turo being
When it
this
actually was
Judgment.
Judgment? Okay. I expected that. Yeah. So, like, they can't judge before the Brightwing cleanses, right? Like, if you're Brightwing... Oh my god, it's Pyroblast! And it's Spinny Garrosh again! Actually, of all the Spinny Garroshes, this one makes the most sense to me, I think. Because Garrosh needs to find the engage here. Blaze isn't doing that heavy lifting job for him. Well, Tyrell might be in trouble here.
He judged the Blaze.
He did.
Who
He's
didn't
not
care. Blaze is full life. Oh.
dead. So is Tyrael. It was an escape judge.
Bunker has been used. I'm gonna see a little bit of dance around there. But that is
20 monkey lead here for the red team is very big. The blue team have to either stand up and commit or run away. It looks like they're going to try and commit. They are able to pull it back a bit, but there's still 9 in favor of that team. A nice stun coming out onto Tyrell, but the silence makes it so hard to play here. Stukov does have that big puddle on 7.
Well, welcome to the
lobby
Nexus
is up.
Rumble, Hazu.
Oh yeah. I'm glad to be here.
Yes.
Quite excited, actually.
The lobby is up. I've missed the lobby link. I wasn't quite in answer.
Wait, let me invite you. Invite to game. There you go.
Thank you. Yes, Ultrac Pass. Because I'm not, well, we haven't got time to talk about the map draft just yet, but we will do that once we get into the game. Or into the draft, I should say, because it's a little bit different to normal tournaments. We've only had 2 map bans, and then after every game tonight, Hazu, a team, the losing team, can ban out a map as well. So it means that the pool will slowly get smaller, and if teams want to play a certain map, they've got to pick it early on.
Interesting, yeah.
Just gives a little extra twist, and it means that we're not messing about with heroes or anything. There's no sort of instant ban of heroes being played. It just means that maybe if, suddenly they find like a team's good on a large map, they can ban away maybe Cursed Hollow, etc.
Yeah. Is there any of the spicy maps in the pool, or is it the standard map pool?
Standards-ish 11.
Okay, yeah.
So yeah.
No. I'm watching you guys.
So yeah, we've got our teams are here. They have battled through many weeks to get here, going through a best of 3 last week or the weekend before that, and now they're here in a best of 5 series with these map rules, just to see who's the best, who's the champion of the Nexus Rumble. So that's a little for fun tournament we do on a Monday night here on the Heroes Lounge channel, and it just means that it's a bit more casual. You know you're going to play it, but it's not going to be around for a little while, as we've got a lot of other things going on in Heroes Lounge and beyond now.
Yeah, and you had the lower bracket grand final last week, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So we split it between like an upper series and a lower series, just sort of to allow more skill levels to take part and sort of feel the victory, much like the rest of Heroes Lounge, of course.
Yeah, I think that's good. That's good. Did you say it's best of 5 or best of 7?
Best of 5 tonight. Best of 7.
Okay.
we would run out of maps. We actually do run out of maps. If we go all the way to the end, the winning team doesn't actually get to pick a map. The losing team just bans the remaining map.
Okay, I see.
And we end up with just one map by default. But it just, yeah, you know, I think a little bit of a change of map strategy means that people have to wake up. I think it's what they do in sort of CSGO CS2 and Valorant and stuff. But obviously there's more map stuff rather than hero stuff in a lot of those.
And maybe they should ban some weapons in that game. You know, can't buy the AK or something. Yeah, maybe they should make a tournament like that.
So, no orbs. I think that's another weapon, right? I've not played CS.
Yeah, that's the big green one, indeed.
I think that's all I used to buy. I used to save and just go like, I'm gonna have the glory moment of one-shotting someone from across the map. Let's get into this first draft, though.
Yeah, Alterac Pass. My Eyes and Furious Bloody Investigation. Is that correct?
Yes, that is the two teams. My Eyes are on the left here with FPI on the right. And I think FBI have got a couple of subs, but it's just sort of some last-minute things. Whereas I think My Eyes here are at their full strength. But I'm sure you've recognized some of the names, obviously, from Storm League, etc.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, we saw some people with very high rank as well here. I think Ubi is currently like top 10 GM or something.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. Scorch as well, Deviant that is.
The Cho'Gall ban already.
The Cho'Gall ban.
Thing. No nonsense.
Is that something they like to play, or is it just a general ban?
Yeah, My Eyes have definitely played Cho'Gall. They've come into this tournament like having a good time and playing stuff like Cho'Gall, a few other little meme drafts here and there. Nothing too crazy like Juice Pirates, but just, you know, if there's a chance to pick some hero that they're thinking, oh, this isn't usual, they'll look for it. And Cho'Gall absolutely there. And I'm not sure if Ultrac Pass was the map for it, and maybe they'll save it for Tomb the Spider Queen or something like that. But
yeah,
we've
I'll go first pick.
Yeah, I mean that's sort of fairly standard stuff. Let's be honest.
Yeah, with Blaze being banned, the other one would have been the Haka. But I'd say on this map, Haka is better because he can do the easy camp very efficiently, while the Haka would need assistance. Or actually, the Haka wouldn't even do it. You would draft someone else to do it in that case. And we see the Haka plus Brightwing, so double global already.
Yeah.
Picked up.
And I think Ultra Pass is one of those maps that globals don't really sort of get the same level of priority, so it's strange to see them here coming out of the gate with it. But the Hanzo mirrored a little more standard, very vanilla heroes. A little bit of a stun combo maybe to try and lock down that Brightwing in some situations, but generally not revealing too much.
Lucio gets banned. We might see a Genji together with a Brightwing Dahaka. I think that could be pretty good if they play it. Sylvanas, she's actually banned. Okay, I wanted to say Sylvanas would be really nice as well, but she's not available. Let's see. It is a Genji ban, actually.
I think that's one of the things that Brightwing sort of brings out sometimes. It sort of says, look, we can play Genji. You probably don't want to play Genji into Brightwing, so you're going to have to ban it, or we'll pick it.
Yeah. Like, the Brightwing is good against the Genji, as you said, and actually works really well together as well. Like, if you gank a Squishy, Brightwing can Z on the Genji, and then the Squishy will just die, usually. Varian and Junkrat. So Junkrat is the hero that's going to do the easy camp, because, as I mentioned, the Dahaka would not be able to do it. While on the other side, Hogger will be permanently spamming out the Hyena camp.
I mean, it's just non-stop with it. Like, you just have to make sure you're constantly on it and never going like, oh, we have a little bit of a...
I'm on DC'd.
DC. See if we can...
Or dodge. Like, these days, everyone is dodging Storm League drafts as well, so I don't know.
After seeing that, hopefully we can blitz through the draft nice and quickly. I did take a quick screenshot to try and... if everyone had forgotten.
The heroes, you mean? And yeah. It's actually good that you did it.
I guess sometimes you're like, hang on, wait, who did we ban? I kind of remember who we picked. But
yeah, it seems to be like a small disconnect. Coming back soon, hopefully.
Hopefully so. I mean, so the Junkrat, obviously the Varian picked up there, and that's a little bit of a starting to be a bit strange. Obviously, we did have Garrosh banned, but there were plenty of other tanks still available. Just that Varian coming in early.
Yeah, a little bit interesting that they picked the Varian there. Might be comfort pick though.
Mm-hmm.
I think they should just do the draft in draft mode again. Like there was like, I mean, there's 3 heroes. Yeah. Whatever. I mean, the team should decide, but what do you pick?
Draft isn't finished.
Okay, so they will do the quick draft then. So Zeratul, Anduin seems to be the last 2 for the Hogger Muradin Hanzo on the right side. And now,
at some point we'll see.
they will see the last pick. I mean, in terms of actually for your home, like for the Heroes Lounge homepage, they kind of need to do a proper replay, right? Like
the website
with draft,
does prefer it with the draft, but it can take the sort of quick match ones. It just means that there's no ban information and stuff, basically.
Okay, I see. I see. Yeah.
Here in the Nexus Rumble, it's very chill. We're very chill. You know, there isn't really a prize, Hasu. In fact, the prize is just the glory of winning the Nexus Rumble. There's not even a small token prize like there is for the main season. It's just very chill. You know, it's just so that teams can say, oh, if I want to play on a Monday, I can do that. And if they don't always have time to play on a Monday, it doesn't matter. You know, they can just sort of come and go when they wish.
Yeah, but you know, now that they're in the grand final, probably they both want to win. You know, like you rather win than lose, regardless.
Yeah.
Like if you sign up for tournament format, and if you get that far, you still you prefer to win, of course. So they last picked Maiev, by the way. I don't know if we mentioned that, but Maiev is the final hero here.
Yeah, hopefully we like to do predictions a lot on the Heroes Lounge channel, so that people can predict their points. And once we get into the game, people will still be able to do it as the draft is just there. But the Zeratul, very interesting. And with this Maiev last pick, they won't have too many targets. I guess we're going to see Ubi probably invading very early on to try and make sure that Junkrat doesn't do that easy camp too easily.
Yeah, can he though? Actually, maybe if Muradin comes with him, but outside of that, I would say it's kind of risky because there's a Brightwing on the other side. So if Zeratul shows up, Brightwing will Z, and then Junkrat should be fine. But yeah, the Zeratul pick is interesting because the only target is actually the Junkrat, right? The other heroes, I would say, are somewhat safe. But it is a hero Ubi really likes to play, so I'm not too surprised.
Yeah, and it's just one of those ones. I mean, back in the day, people used to sort of say it's like almost a pseudo global, simply because they can appear at any point in the map if you haven't seen them previously. And so maybe it's that fear factor that they can be somewhere. Maybe it's just to try and harass the hacker in the off lane at times while Hogger's doing the camps. Have to wait and see.
Yeah, Zeratul will take over in that case. That's true. Scatter on the Hanzo on level 1. Actually, I need to reduce volume because I'm gonna get blasted otherwise. There we go.
Yeah, the blue team already setting up in sort of all their lanes that they want to be, whereas the red team were trying to get something there. They're going for globes, obviously, here on Zeratul, and the scatter arrow on the Hanzo. Meanwhile, we have got the Lion's Maw from Varian, so looking to have a little tiny bit more control as well as burst damage, but not quite sure how that's going to play off in the grand scheme of this game.
Small gank there on Hogger. He had to use his Moonwell, but he's fine. Didn't waste the spin, so he was able to spin out. And Maiev does have Nishas on level 1, so she can actually do the easy camp very quickly as well. They do it together, so they will be super fast here.
I guess that's quite a good way, because then everyone's back on the field. They can go back to soaking those lanes. We're seeing Varian just sort of soak the last remaining minions there. Brightwing has gone down, but Maev's almost back in time straight away to get those XP orbs. And of course, they get the camp earlier when it comes around the second time, which Disciple won't quite have the same luxury on Hogger.
Yeah, just gotta be on time. If you're late then you kind of waste the early respawn. But yeah, the positioning is a little bit awkward. Actually, Hogger pushes it in even deeper, so the towers can now shoot the blue team's easy camp, so they have a pretty easy clear here.
Yeah,
But-
not even a scratch done to that front wall.
Yeah, I wanted to say, honestly, like, both teams probably wouldn't really be able to utilize it. The way they drafted, they don't have very good building damage right now. Like, Hanzo shooting the wall is not too scary.
No, and of course Junkrat doesn't really do too much until later on either.
Yeah, and he's very good at stopping aggression to the wall, right? Like, Junkrat on the other side, you don't really want to hit the wall. You might get booped over.
So we're going to kick off with a 40-minute Alterac pass game potentially here. I suppose.
Yeah, I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it.
It's the long...
Ganks on both off lanes. We see Hogger gets polymorphed. Does still have the spin. I think he's out. Oh, actually, small spin, but the Haka actually had no lick. Was 2 seconds off.
Yeah, trying their best. Meanwhile, on the bot lane, Cloud Destroyer is still 100% HP, with Serene not really finding the engage they wanted.
And Junkrat perfectly on time, starting the camp. Didn't drop a single second there.
The focus here for the Nexus Rumble Grand Final, the glory of it, after all these weeks working away, really does matter.
Indeed, indeed. Hogger on the other side as well. Actually, I just realized it's Disciple on Hogger, because Ubi is on the Zeratul. Otherwise, Ubi would be playing the Hogger here. But they will make it work like that. They had time to discuss it.
The way of having flexible drafts and, you know, your roster having various heroes that they can play to try and find things. Varian here, mid lane, trying to find a taunt, but Dipio not able to connect with Hanzo this time around.
Jump too quickly. Would be very nice if you get the taunt off, because then Anduin would have to pull. Anduin was close enough as well. But now the pull is still available. So's the taunt, though. Maiev gets a little bit of wall damage on top lane, by the way.
The tiniest amount.
Yeah. We have Darker borrowing. Could be an engage here.
We're certainly looking for something. The tongue does land and the pull is out. That's going to be great as Taunt is back up in just 3 seconds. If they can find another target, but it's going to be Brightwing who's falling low. And Ubi comes in, finishes the job. First blood here for the red team as the blue team have to retreat back to their base.
Yeah, nasty, nasty. The Anduin pull, as you mentioned, maybe if the taunt earlier would have come out, the taunt would have been enough to force the pull. Now the lick was countered by the Anduin pull, and the Brightwing dying on the way out. Varian is very, very low. Gets run down, and Maiev is in as well now. Makes it out, barely.
I mean, Cloud Destroy can have some great moments on these mobile damage-dealing heroes, but right now just getting poked away and away because Brightwing wasn't there to heal them up. Junkrat being so annoying on this map.
Oh yeah, that's lovely, right? The position Junkrat took here. You can almost infinitely stall it if you space it right. Your mine gives the vision, and then you have your Qs. And as long as the mid wall is intact, which, I mean, the towers, one tower is low, the other one is still there, you're kind of safe as well against most drafts.
We're not seeing Zeratul go too aggressive. You know, they came and they finished off Brightwing, and that's all they need to do. But they're not invading that camp like I thought they might, and they are just keeping that soak on the bot lane very, very consistently.
Yeah, Zeratul wants to scale, right? So that early kill is nice for him, but he's far away from the power spike that he needs.
Level 10 is coming soon for the red team. They have got a significant advantage, all thanks to those 2 kills early on. But are they going to be able to confirm it into kills? As we see the taunt in the top lane, Disciple in a little bit of a trouble, as Maiev does pull them into tower range, but not before the minions get there. And I think Disciple is able to get away with just a sliver of HP. Junkrat, however, in the mid lane, not as lucky.
Indeed, indeed. And this time they will be able to channel the objective, now that Junkrat is dead. Nice try on the Hogger. I think they need Brightwing Z to actually kill him. Because then you have the Polymorph, which gives you a little bit of extra time trying to finish him off. Brightwing, speaking of him, in mid lane, okay. Zeratul really tried to go for the kill there. Had to back off though. The objective is pretty much gone though. Just now. Actually, they are walking up. Let's see if they can make a fight happen here.
Ubi testing their metal here in the Nexus Rumble just to see what they can do, but another tongue comes out from Dragok and pulled back by the deviant that is Anduin.
Yeah.
Although level 10s are here, the objective goes over to the red team, and they can try and do some decent work. And I think the main worry here for the Blues is if Zeratul is left alone. Zeratul just by themselves, pushing on structures with the buff can be very good, but Dragok is here to try and defend, but the rest of the red team have come down. Nice dodge here comes out from Dahaka, but a good light bomb means that Dahaka is gone. They meet the dust.
And we saw the animation of Brightwing Z, but Dahaka pressed E, so Brightwing Z got actually cancelled there. And Dahaka got cooked. Not quite sure if Dahaka would have lived. Arrow misses. The Stormbolt lands though. Brightwing Z this time. Getting through. And mid lane should be defendable. Gotta work for it, but they will make sure it lives.
Yeah, that one kill on Dahaka has made this push from the red team fairly effective. You know, you don't often get a lot on the start.
Oh,
Town Destroy, by the way, on
top lane is,
30 HP.
yeah. I spin?
Disciple spins away.
He might be... Actually, no. Midfort is actually dying. And the Hogger... Okay, they might kill him, though. Yeah, they did get him. Nice lick.
Yeah, very good lick. The Riptide gets stunned here by Serini, but it's going forward. Catches a couple, but not really getting the damage they needed. Midfort goes down. Top fort looking very, very damaged. And bot fort still under a little bit of pressure from Ubi here in the bot lane.
Yeah, they just killed the top fort as well. They run in. Few auto attacks. And it's gone. Full level lead, level 13 versus 12 here. Very strong first objective, actually. You're right. The kill on the Arca on bot lane really opened up the avenues towards the forts.
I mean, you don't often get this much on Alterac, do you? Like, this is quite a good start for an Alterac game.
It's a really good start. Yeah, it's a really good start. Getting 2 forts, you love it. And we see a bit of desperation play. They just start the boss in vision. Everyone is aware of it.
I guess, you know,
I don't know if I like it.
They had vision on Murden in the mid lane. The rest of the blue team here did try, but now they're just having to back away. And the red team is saying, right, okay, well, we don't really care about the rest of the map. We've already claimed those forts. We'll stay here in the bot lane, put pressure on you. And with 4 members of the blue team down here, they're not really getting anything anywhere else. They are getting towards 13 at least, and that might be the blessing that they were looking for.
Big rotation towards mid, but Maiev is respecting it, is falling back to their own wall. And we see the variant, it's a little bit awkward for them, right, to fight. Like, we didn't really see, like, taunt into Junkrat Boob or taunt into Lick yet.
No.
Actually, the boss, this is interesting, because they are aware of it. The blue team is here. They should fight it, actually. This is their best chance to fight, no?
Yeah, Zeratul's on their way down. Dahaka, of course, can burrow in, and they're burrowing into the behind. Out comes the boss is cleared. The Riptide's knocking people back. It's a great Warden's Cage, but the Lick actually bringing someone onto the point. Still,
Anduin
goes down.
Half-man arrow. Brightwing with a D, though. Cleansing it. Beautiful. And very questionable to start the boss there. Or very ballsy. And they pay the price. 2 people are dead.
I mean,
very nice Lick.
A 4-to-1 kill advantage. They were probably feeling a little bit cocky, maybe, that they had got these kills earlier on. But the blue team showing they're not, you know, it's not nothing. There's no... There is
taunt into the boss stun! It's big! It's Muradin!
Oh!
He goes... jumps into the trap and dies. I love it.
You can't escape those traps. The way they chase you down, even into the air, as a flying dwarf.
Indeed, indeed. Okay, well, just when I said the Varian pick was a little bit awkward, they actually find very, very good success. Win the boss fight, they get the taunt on Muradin, pull him back into the boss, and they kill the whole fort.
We're going to get a reasonable amount of this objective. Whether they actually claim it or not, we'll wait and see. Of course, it can sort of be in the last 10 seconds that these suddenly change back into the safe of their allies' hands.
Junkrat did fully set up, though. He has a mine on the point. Moving traps around. Level 16, though. Actually, they need to respect that.
Oh, the arrow just connects onto one as it's dodged by Cloud Destroy, but Guano is in a little bit of danger from the Zeratul still. The front line still getting CC'd. And as the containment disc comes out, the blue team are able to retreat and claim that objective.
Shockwave dodged by the AKI. He actually landed the isolation as well. The AK is doing good work, by the way. He's landing the leaks, he landed the isolation. Like sure in the early game he got caught when the objective got was sent, but since then actually he's doing some really good work in the opposing back line. Level 16 for both teams.
Yeah, and we now have the percentage damage coming out from Hanzo on 16, just to try and make sure they can get through that front line. That is seems to be their target here while Zeratul dives into the back. But the blue team having to play so much safer than the Reds did with their push, simply because Zeratul is basically online now, you know? That Junkrat can see their life go so quickly.
Oh, Hanzo! Oh, gets the taunt, but the jump was already mid-air. So he makes it out. Muradin should be fine. The isolation missed this time. And yeah, you're right. They won't get as much with the push, but they kind of open up the map. Light Bomb is whiffed, basically.
I mean, you say open up the map. Oh,
Arrow?
Dragon's Arrow going down Main Street, unfortunately. And the blue
Everyone sidestepping everything here.
Yeah, the blue team gather in the bot lane, but yeah, this objective, it got the wall in mid, it got the wall in top, but...
And that's it, right? The bot fort was already gone, you're right. They...
Feels so bad.
They had a lot of cleanup to do, right? Like the lanes were pushed in on their side because our forts were... Like the blue forts were gone, and at that point... I mean, you have to catch up, right? And they caught up in XP almost, so... I think it's a playable position. They are looking at Hanzo.
Oh, containment
landing.
Really good, but the target feels a little bit lost now as Anduin comes in. Great polymorph onto them. The silence as well. Still there onto Hanzo, but it's going to be Anduin as the target. Really good change here for the Blues, and they get a double kill.
What is... Do you see that? Okay, I saw like a very weird...
Yeah, me too.
Did you see it as well?
I was like, hang on, is that the... Was he charging Dragon Strike? It's like, no, he's got Dragon's Arrow.
Hanzo for a second unlocking special abilities there. I think it was the Anduin W.
Yeah, I saw sort of the spiral at the bottom of it as it went away. But, I mean, all while this happened, blue team do claim the top boss, but not without the red team just shoving in mid, claiming that bot fort. And 2 kills for the blue team seem to have gained an advantage for the reds still.
Well, on Hanzo, Maiev is fine. Was a very, very good lick, because he licks the Anduin, you know? From all the targets. It's the one, if you land it, you're gonna get a kill. Because otherwise Anduin would be able to pull someone out.
Yeah, I mean,
But yeah, landing the lick.
It is a really good play against the Anduin, and that's why he doesn't see as much play in the higher leagues as he does in the bot leagues, because that sort of abuse where you can just go onto the Anduin as they step forward is a little more prevalent at the high level.
Definitely, especially because... So the disc landed on... Oh, we actually have a Stormbolt here on Varian. Let's see if they follow up on it.
Very, very deep, getting controlled, and that percentage damage is just too much for Varian. Giant Slayer arrows is very good, and the Dragon's Arrow lands on the 2 squishy targets. Ubi is coming in to clean up. Brightwing goes down. Cat is looking to be next on this Junkrat, and although that seems to be the end of the squishies, we see Disciple here cleaning up last minute, getting the 2 kills here, and it's a full team wipe for the Reds. They're looking at this mid fort, or mid keep even, and potentially pressuring a little bit onto the core.
Maybe they can core. They have an easy camp, which is gonna reduce the armor the moment they start pushing. Disciple is doing a second easy camp, which is gonna bolster it even more. Yeah, they have 20 seconds. I think the core just dies.
I mean, look at it. It's already going down. This is a high damage Zeratul as well. They are piercing through the armor, essentially, of the core here. And as the nulls arrive, it just makes it easier. Varian's not even respawns. It's GG, well played, and game number 1 goes over to the FBI.
Clean team fight. Like, slide over extension by Varian. He gets smacked into the wall. The percentage damage of, like, Hogger 16 and the Hanzo 16, as you mentioned. He dies before the Brightwing Z arrives, and then it falls apart. The arrow to chase lands actually on 2 people, I think, is what the arrow, and then the Zeratul was there and cleaning up.
I mean, it's such a good sort of display of this composition working, right? The fact that Muradin has that dwarf toss to chase down Zeratul as well with the mobility. Every single hero using their mobility to keep that team fight going and snowball that advantage. Even Hogger's spin at the end there to catch Dahaka and Maiev, who were escaping. But if it wasn't for Hogger, maybe they could have then defended, but yeah, too much control, too much mobility, and the red team get game number 1.
A very clean team fight at the end. Was a pretty good comeback by the blue team though. Like after the failed early game, they had a very nice mid game. You know, claiming the boss on bottom, getting some kills. And then on top lane, we saw a very nice play as well. But like shortly after, it all fell apart, right? It goes so quickly sometimes.
Yeah.
Especially if you cannot cut losses. Like, after the Varian died, they kind of need to try to stay alive. But because everyone dies, it's complete disaster.
I mean, no one thinks that a Varian's going to die that quickly. He's got a massive HP pool, one of the top in the game. But that lack of mobility, and also those, of course, the Giant Slayer
16s. Yeah.
on Hanzo just means that it goes down, down, down so quickly. I need to guide the... So
The map bans?
Braxis has been banned, and then first pick has been chosen by My Eyes, so it will be a map pick from FBI.
I was hoping to see some more spicy, like Braxis or Volskaya or something, but I guess people will just ban all of them.
Well, it means that if you want to play them, you can play them early, right? That's the other thing.
I guess, yeah, I guess. If yeah, true.
But it depends on the confidence of the teams, of course, and what everyone wants. But we'll see. But Braxis banned out now for the first part, and we'll see. It looks like Battlefield Return 2 is our pick.
Battlefield, you said? Okay. Oh yeah, I see there's a lobby coming up already.
So BOE, after that last game, I guess, you've had the Hanzo. We had the Hanzo picked up by FBI earlier.
Yeah. I mean, BOE is way smaller than Alterac, right? Let's say on Alterac it's kind of pretty big map. Zeratul got value. On BOE, it's very unlikely that Zeratul is going to play that much of a role here. So if that's in their mind, actually, who picked the map? Just to.
It was FBI, so the red team.
Ah, okay. I see. But yeah, I assume that will not see Zeratul on this map. It usually boils down a little bit more to the backline. Chromie, Liming, Hanzo, like the artillery ones to poke the boss.
Yeah.
And yeah, we will see.
I think Maiev...
Maybe early Garrosh actually could be good.
Yeah, I mean, I think I have seen it before from My Eyes. They do definitely play it. Dipio likes to walk in with it and really make some noise. But it is whether they can control FBI. They have a lot of high-skilled players, and
yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Dancing around it can be tricky. Well, here we go into the draft. And are there any heroes that you think need to be banned out this time by our teams?
I mean, they could ban the Hanzo, right? Like, it's a very strong meta pick. It's good on the map as well. They picked it on Alterac already. Like, you could get rid of it if you don't want to play it yourself. I think you ignore Zeratul on this map. And then the only other thought I had was maybe Anduin, because he kind of stops a lot of kill pressure you have. But they did punish him, like, decently, so... they banned Muradin. Okay. I mean... Maybe Sereni only plays Muradin, I'm not sure. Like, I don't know how... Oh, there's a Garrosh ban as well, okay. So they do target the tanks. Because I think Sereni is usually playing backline, so maybe he has to off-roll today to make the rolls work, and maybe he doesn't play too many tanks.
Yeah, it can be that way sometimes, where you've got those tanks that you like. Sometimes everyone pulls out a Pocket Diablo out of nowhere, and you're like, "Whoa, what's this?" And it just turns out to be the only tank they can play because they just like going in. But with this, we see Lucio banned just to keep that healer pool still sort of to the less annoying healers in the game.
Yeah, it was the same ban last map, right, on Lucio, I believe. So it seems to be consistent with that. They don't want to play against it. And they probably don't play it themselves. We see Blaze ban as well. So last map we did see the Hogger first pick on the reverse on the other side, basically. Let's see how they want to do it here.
Yeah, I mean, you talked about it a little bit earlier, but these sort of artillery mages sometimes come up, like Li Ming on this map. But we do see Anduin as the first pick, and it's going to be Chen Hanzo from FBI. I
mean, the Hanzo is very, very standard, I would say. The Chen is probably a bit spicy of a pick, but I think on BOE you can kind of get away with him. He doesn't have that good wave clear, but on this map, you most likely won't need it too much.
It's just the way
And
that...
Tech,
Yeah,
obviously, is stronghold.
very disruptive, but also, you know, those flying kicks to block someone's path from escaping the immortal stuns can be very effective here at times. We're seeing Thrall come out with a Valor, so potentially some DPS, but it is picked by the previous offlaner. And
Yeah, you're right. My first instinct is it's 4-man Thrall, but you're right, it's picked by the offlane. So maybe they play Thrall offlane here.
could just be a sneaky strategy, though. You can never put it past my eyes. Uther banned, which feels very strange here, and with an Alarak, I think that's a sensible ban from my eyes as well.
Varian and... They last pick Liming, I think. They have very strong kill pressure with the Varian, Stukov, plus whatever burst mage. Actually, it doesn't have to be Liming, but she comes to mind at first.
And this is where I would like my eyes to put Thrall now in the 4-man. You know, you've got that's potential shield at level 13 as well. It's a little bit more healthy as well to avoid getting completely blown up by the Li Ming combo with the Varian.
Which tank would they pick though? Like which one? Zarya Johanna. But it's gonna be Thrall offlane, but they draft pretty beefy, or they try to on the last 2 picks.
Yeah, I mean, Zarya is sort of one of those heroes that you do see from time to time. There are those certain players out there who like to pick her up, especially on BOE. You know, it's one of those maps that people do like to have it. But Orphea coming out from Disciple, a little bit of spice sprinkled in here. What do you make of this Orphea pick?
I think it's his favorite hero, right? The Orphea. He plays it a lot. And I mentioned like a burst mage to follow up on this. Orphea has very good damage. So she kind of fits exactly into that role. Like you taunt, you Stukov silence, and then you blow the target up, at least you try to. And I think she works very well in that slot. Like it could have been a Liming. To some extent a Jaina, but I think on this map you don't want to have Jaina.
Is the Orphea's damage on the Immortal though a little bit weak, or is there just that sort of one-shot combo, the team fight later on? Too much of a strength?
I think you get away with it because you have Hanzo. Hanzo has very, very good DPS on the Immortal. So I think you get away with it, picking a second range that is maybe not ideal for it. To be fair, if she uses all her buttons, like the damage is fine, but obviously it's rather high cooldowns, right? So, and then she can't really teamfight for that moment.
Well, our teams
10
are
seconds,
all here. We have the drafts, and before we get started into the game, Hazu, do you have a prediction of who might win this one just from the drafts?
I mean, Disciple got his Orphea, and Ubi got his Chen. I cannot bet against them. It's gonna be a close one though. It's BlizzCon final. We go to level 20 for both teams, I believe.
I think you might be right here. I think this Zarya Valor is going to be really good here. And whether that's sort of enough beef to get through these combos, especially with the Orphea, we'll wait and see. But Cloud Destroyer's feeling confident on their Valor. They have had some great moments in the tournament so far, and I would love to see them shine here in the grand final as well.
Yeah, they actually... I'm a bit surprised that Johanna is playing top, because I don't think they need to be worried in the 4-man. Like, Varian is not level 4 yet, right? So he doesn't have taunt. So I think they should play aggressive.
Varian's not taunting anyone. These two assassins do not have any siege damage early on. So, like, red team aren't doing anything apart from hitting heroes at this moment in time. And even then, are they going to get a kill? We speak too soon.
Maybe they get a return kill though. A lot of damage. Oh, Vala slightly too deep. 1 for 1 though, but I don't want to keep the Vala alive there because she's your main DPS, right?
Yeah, especially with that Gambit talent on level 1. I think as you saw, it was like looking good simply because of so much blind had been coming out from Johanna, but they came back into the fight a little bit late. I think they wanted to retreat out and they thought it was all over. Then called back to say, hey, we could get a kill. At that point, cooldowns were back up, blinds had gone down, and the red team were able to find themselves 2 kills already in this game.
Yeah, that's before the taunt comes out. It's actually a very, very rough start. Hanzo gets rooted, but seems like... Okay, he's full HP, actually.
Yeah, Disciple falls a little bit low, but of course that Orphea can quickly get themselves back up to good HP in team fights. Yeah, I mean, every kill just accelerates this game quicker and quicker to level 4. And so the blue team really do need to be careful early on.
Zarya has Q on 1, by the way, so stacking it up. Speaking of Zarya, she actually gets one shot.
That's
Vala
got to be
barely makes it out.
painful here for Zarya. You often feel like sort of indestructible early on, but here the damage and the silence, of course, just so effective. And once again, another kill against Johanna. You've got to respect your fear damage sometimes.
Yeah, they get completely out-brawled right now on bots. Taking a bit too much damage with everyone, and then blown up. Lost the whole wall. Easy Camp is still alive. Half a level down, more or less.
Yeah, and the fact, you know, that the blue team don't really have an easy way of clearing those minions mean that every time that they do win these team fights and are able to escort those minions to the wall, it's just going to take the blue team a little bit longer, and that siege damage is just going to stick around for a little bit longer. But both teams doing their bruiser camps very diligently. And we're going to see our first mortal phase happen. But with the level lead already, the red team are looking very strong.
Yeah, Orphea clears one more bot wave. She might face check into 4 heroes. Ah! She just walks by. 5 heroes, because Thrall is here as well.
Oh, it's a great follow-up route. Hanzo goes down. The taunt is there onto Vala. The silence coming out. But without that low blow and level 7 talent as well, there's no real danger for Vala at that moment in time.
I like the rotation there. They could have maybe even pounced on the Orphea, but they found the Hanzo. Orphea did survive, but they get free time for Vala to hit the Immortal now. I think on top, yeah, Thrall has cleaned up the hard camp as well against the Chen, while the bot hard camp is just now dying to the Orphea, so...
Oh, Cloud Destroyer in a little bit of danger from this Chen, but now Dragok has arrived on the Thrall, and Ubi gets rooted as well. The stagger's going to be fairly effective at nullifying the damage, but Chen goes down on the top after Zarya got focused in bot side.
Yeah, they did taunt and comboed her. She kind of lived pretty long because of the blinds of Janna, but eventually she did die. So did the Chen on the other side, right? Both teams took a moment to get the kill. The Stukov W is beautiful! Lands on both of them!
Oh, really good little pull here by Bruno, but they still go down. Thrall has arrived a little bit late, and Anduin's running for their lives, but it's going to get cut off by the rest of the red team.
What a little micro team fight there. Beautiful. 2-man W by the Stukov to set it up, slowing them both. And they get 3 kills. Kinda, yeah, this is... it's nasty, it's nasty.
I mean,
Hanzo has time to race.
I never take these talents on Stukov because I can never hit my weighted pustule. But if you're hitting 2-man weighted pustules like that, I can see exactly why you take this build on Stukov.
Yeah. That's, I mean, it was a beautiful setup by him. And they actually win the Immortal because of it.
It's going to be heading top
Hanzo,
lane.
by the way, auto-attack build on level 1. I don't know if we mentioned it, but he's 1 stack away of completing it, so during this push he will probably get it.
Yeah, obviously still feeling like they need to follow up a little bit on that front line when it gets taunted, get that bit of additional scatter arrow here and there. CPO goes forward, the silence, the taunt. It's a good pull coming out from Bruno, but unfortunately I think they're going to have to be giving up this Immortal as they just can't step forward right now.
Nope. Yeah, the Zarya pick is not quite working, I think, right now. Doesn't really protect them. And because Zarya doesn't really protect them, there's not too much coming out of her.
She's not quite got
maybe
the
on level
threat
10.
either at the moment. Obviously, they're waiting for that Johanna to have the Blessed Shield for level 10, but yeah, so often you see Zarya's walk away with the early game, but this Varian obviously is equally stepping up into them.
Yeah. Chen is rotating, so we might see a Keck taunt very deep inside the keep.
Oh,
They are diving extremely deep here. Keck, he's stuck. Okay.
Anduin does go down. Johanna as well. I mean, it's a good level 10 advantage, but that was a very deep fight.
Yeah. They're actually committing very deep to the kills there. No one dying to the castle though, to the keep, I mean. Anduin kinda got stuck on the last piece of the terrain, so he couldn't kick him out for some reason. But obviously was close enough to his team so they could hit him.
I was trying to work out if it was intentional or not, because sometimes those Chen players, they know the areas of the geometry where you can almost perma-stun someone into the wall.
I mean, it was fine in that sense. I feel like he wanted to push him out though, but I could be wrong. Maybe the moment he saw he gets stuck there, he keeps him there. But yeah.
You never know what those Chen players are thinking as we have them pushing in bot lane now.
Level 12 versus 9. Man, they really need their level 10s. They need it so badly.
My eyes have done a great effort to get to this stage in the competition, and we have seen them shine on occasion, but FBI do have a very high skill level team, and I think they're just not letting My Eyes do whatever they want this time.
Yeah, they're stacked today, actually. Definitely stacked here. Blast Shield onto the Hanzo.
It's good, and Johanna's made her way in, but unfortunately the silence is peeling away. Dragok comes in onto the side. The Earthquake here as the choice of Heroic doesn't quite feel like it hit correctly, as this red team is just running away. They've isolated Anuin as well. Dragon Zarya connects onto the Zarya, and they still are pounding away at that Johanna. It feels like there's another couple of kills potentially to come. The blue team survive after losing just 2.
Do you think the Thrall called, "I'm flanking with Sundering," and then he realized that he didn't have Sunder?
It felt very much like that.
Yeah, right? That's how it looked.
It was like the perfect position for a Sunder, and I almost expected it to happen.
Yeah, I could hear, I Sunder, and then the earth trembles around him. Because it was like outside the fighting area.
Yeah.
It's brutal, man. Things are not going their way. Zarya gets pushed out. She has Expulsion Zone in the position, though. Dies anyways.
Not quite the shielding enough to keep themselves alive. Dragok in the backline now. That would be a great place for the Earthquake, but unfortunately they're running away the other way. Ubi here.
Long cooldown now, right?
Still keeping them in position under this. Keep. They're not going to maybe... Oh, no, they are going to get away with it. That's crazy.
Wait, Varian is going for one more round here. Going in again. Flying.
And this
on the right side of the bush.
Has all been as 4 here, as Hanzo has been diligently getting the Immortal on this map.
Yeah. Hanzo did run down the Thrall, and then after that he went to get the objective. Keep is this... Oh, maybe Ubi. Might be killable here. He's drinking. Paying his debt. Goes down the moment the Immortal is spawning, so... That's a bit of a setback, but they are so far ahead. Yeah. Incredibly far ahead.
I mean, 30 seconds.
Force.
Yeah, without a Chen, I think it is definitely the time that they can try and do something. Earthquake is back up and available. Blessed Shield in just 2 seconds. Dipio is positioning as if they want that flank. But who are they going for? Is it going to be Disciple, who's there a little bit further forward? Gets dismounted. Oh, it's a great Blessed Shield, and they are able to land the combo. But Peel is there in this 4 versus 5. They are flanking around, but they just can't quite find the targets they want to.
Hanzo maybe. Hanzo goes down. Okay.
Traded for Thrall, however, has he?
Yep. And neither Stukov nor Orphea died, so the cleanup crew...
Serene, by the way, basically 1v3, taking down the Valor at the same time. And it just shows that a 3-level advantage, even as a Varian, you can 1v1 a Valor.
The stat advantage is insane at that point. Like, they just don't die when they should die, because you're too far behind in XP.
Yeah, those comeback sort of percentage damage talents can be the key for coming back, but they're going to be a long way away for the blue team, and I don't think they're going to get that opportunity. Already the attacks on the core, the taunt onto this Thrall as well, could be another kill. It certainly is, and with this Immortal now stripping the shields of the core, we do see the FBI looking to take game number 2 in a quick fashion.
One more combo with Blast Shield plus Light Bomb. But, I mean, the Immortal is still 50% HP. The core goes down. 3-level lead.
5
that was brutal.
kills to 24.
Yeah. This one did not work. The Zarya plus Johanna in the last rotation didn't really work out for them too well, I think.
Yeah, and it's a shame because we saw such, it was a much more even game on Ultrak Pass, right? You had
for sure.
You had My Eyes definitely having moments to fight back, and this time on Battlefield of Eternity, it was just relentless from the red team. Yeah,
Orphea worked very well with how they drafted it. And as I said, you know, like Hanzo will take care of the immortal damage, so you don't really need to worry about it too much. So you pick for the burst combo basically, because you have the Varian, you have the Stukov.
I mean, there were genuinely times where Hanzo was just hitting the immortal while everyone else was brawling and team fighting.
Yeah, everyone having fun. I know that feeling as well. Like everyone is having fun, and you're telling them, guys, I'm winning you the game, though. You know, like I'm sending you a full shield.
Yeah, on my team, it used to be a player called Paige, and it was like, well, that's the Paige job. Just go do that. They picked Jimmy, they picked Reyna. They've got to go hit the immortal and do something else. Well, it looks like we've already jumped into our next game here of Tomb of the Spider Queen. But that's the lobby. The map banned out, by the way, was Volskaya, so that's going to be gone, and we are going to Tomb of the Spider Queen.
Maybe it's a Cho'Gall time for my eyes.
I mean,
if it's not getting banned.
I think they're hoping, they're believing. Sometimes in these competitions, when they're 2 maps ahead and they're feeling like it's a bit more for fun, they start to bring out a for fun draft. Let's see what FBI can do here as we get into this draft already.
I think they are full try hard today. But let's see.
I think
maybe they have something spicy prepared.
It's sort of one way or the other sometimes with substitutes, because sometimes the subs are just like, I just want to get out of here. Can we wrap this up? Sometimes like, it's a good time. Let me play my Illidan or something really bizarre like that. But we may not get that on Tomb. But I do think Cho'Gall is definitely on the cards if FBI don't ban it out.
Yeah, let's find out. It's Garrosh ban again. I jinxed it when I said maybe we want to play some Garrosh on BOE. Since then, the hero is getting banned. So if you go by the rules, we ban Lucio here in one of these positions.
Yeah,
and then the other one.
Murden was banned last map, but not this time. It's going to be
Anduin instead. Maybe the Lucio goes through.
Are they thinking of Stitches? Question mark? Is even an option?
Oh yeah, I would be up for Stitches.
I think they have to be really careful picking Stitches into this team, because we've seen the red team. They've been so aggressive in both games, and as soon as Stitches misses that hook, they're not going to hesitate at all to pounce on the rest of their team. Diablo,
yeah, he kind of gets overrun very easily if you mess up.
Diablo banned. Lucio's still open. Are they baiting the red team into the Lucio to try and say, go on, pick it? We've got something prepared.
Well, Tusks is in Hanzo prison. I've experienced that lately as well. When we played some scrims, I was on Hanzo duty. And you were right.
Oh.
There's the Stitches. Hook into the Akalik.
I'm not too washed up in my predicting just yet, Hazu.
They show it very early, though. Very early. So we might see maybe a Kerrigan or something to have like enough tempo to fight against the Stitches early on, make him lose early game, kill the fort, something like that.
We do have Serena coming up with that Murden here, so they are
maybe could be a Medivh as well, by the way, down the line against the Stitches.
Oh, Tyrande. That's interesting. I wonder if that was what my eyes were sort of almost banking on as well. Maybe something really sort of out there, getting that hook, having the Dahaka there, the follow-up stun, and of course that Hunter's Mark. But now FBI have picked the classic Murden Tyrande combo.
I think you go with Junkrat again. It works well with the Stitches. It looked pretty solid as well on the first map, I feel like.
And Tomb's another one of those maps where you can be quite safe as well. You generally do stay on your side of the map for a lot of the rotations.
And you still kind of need some extra wave clear as well. Junkrat would help with that. And he would work with this draft currently. Okay. Just to clarify, I do have 20 seconds delay. So if people are thinking, they are listening in, like... I mean, I guess they are reading the game in a similar way. They see the Stitches, they know they need wave clear. They played against Junkrat, so they ban it.
How does Tyrande combo with Murden? Someone's saying, but we have Brightwing Maiev come out.
Brightwing Maiev, yeah.
Tirana Muradin used to be a combo just because you had you rotated them around, and if people get stunned, they can stun one off the other and just focus a target down really easily. But Chen being picked up by Ubi, they obviously had a lot of fun last game.
It's very old school combo. Like we just saw, it's basically the same principle. So we saw Varian Stukov, right? You taunt, you silence, you burst. Muradin Tyrande are basically exactly the same, just that you have to land your skill shot. You stun again, and Tyrande actually has armor reduction on her D, right? So she amplifies the burst that would come from your mage. So it is a very old school combo, you're right. And back in the day, you would see Tyrande with either Muradin, ETC, or Diablo. And the combo was always the same, right? Like, she follows up on the stun. Very reliable. They don't really... It's a bit... Like with Alarak, it's a bit different now. Because I think Orphea would have worked as well, but maybe he didn't like it into the Stitches or into the Maiev.
Maybe they just wanted that little extra control. I mean, Alarak can work really well onto him. You are brawling, or you have the opportunity to brawl a lot if you want to go for those E stacks. But this is a hard one to go for, especially Kael'thas being picked can be a bit vulnerable. But it's a really good mage to follow up on a Maiev combo, and should they find the picks, maybe it will bring them back into this series. Go on, Hazi.
So I think the Kael'thas is very neat with Stitches and Maiev, but he also really struggles into Muradin Chen. Like, both these frontliners are very annoying for Kael'thas. Muradin, if he ever gets to jump onto Kael'thas, you don't really get him off you. And the Keck is actually one of the biggest problems for Kael'thas. So I think it's very important for the blue team to keep like the forts alive, you know, so they can play around Stitches and Gorge and have like safety on the map. If they mess up the early game and the forts start dying, I think it will be very hard for them to walk out and do anything.
Yeah, well, here we are in this third game, and FBI certainly are looking strong. Can they keep the ball rolling, or will these Stitches hooks start to land?
So globes on Stitches on level 1. He's gonna, together with the Kael'thas, they will pick up globes hand in hand. I like it.
I mean, that usually signifies a little bit of a Gorge combo potentially. Tongue comes out here from Dragoff, but yeah, if they can get those and keep their their front structures, Gorge can be handy. But they need to make sure they don't give an advantage to FBI, otherwise FBI are going to keep pressuring harder and harder as the games go on.
Yeah, I think we go Gorge. I think we try to scam. Like, at this point, you look for some hooks, maybe Gorge behind the wall.
Oh, it's a good attempt at the hook, but doesn't quite connect. They're just keeping it cool for the time being. Cat very far forward here, but none of the red team around to punish. And both teams taking Bruiser Camp almost at the same time.
Yep. Maiev with a nice shot. She basically one-shots the hard camp. It's very, very quick. On the other side, these two heroes will have to work all overtime. Hanzo and Tyrande, they will need a lot longer to do it. So maybe we see Maiev rotating down to the easy. No, she does not. Because they have tempo advantage for now.
Yeah.
Maybe they push mid this time. Actually, Muradin could be in trouble if the lick lands. Now, Hook though.
Oh.
Hook is still up. No, in 1 second actually.
They're looking,
never mind.
But Serini gets away, and yeah, the camp is coming in here. It is going to clash onto the front. Red team's camp not in time to defend it, just out of range. But Cloud Destroyer in a little bit of trouble here. The Brightwing teleport coming in. It's going to be double stun. A good little cleanse from Guono means that the Cook now comes onto Disciple. But no follow-up just yet. Not this time, Hazu. Not yet.
Not yet, not yet. They did lose a little bit of XP on top, because it was pushed out before they rotated up.
And I mean, that XP advantage is so often that defining line between some of the good teams and the great teams. That little XP advantage every so often can come in. But we'll see what FBI do here with this mid lane push.
The earlier the game, the more important every single minion is as well. Because, you know, the first talent you unlock on level 4, so it's very important to not miss any minions early if you can. Lick on Muradin. We have a hook!
Oh, and it's
into
a great...
the top. He's tanky, but not that tanky. I love it. It was good. It was clean, actually, at this SC.
Really, really good. And first blood, of course. You know, the first kill in this game going over to the team who desperately needs it. And you saw how well all of these abilities of the blue team do combo together. And they're going to have to be careful, you know. Blue team don't have a cleanse, you know. There are heroes that can self-cleanse, but arguably as soon as the combo starts, they are stuck in it for a while.
So cleanse by Brightwing. Chen is on Keltas. Keltas is okay though. Gonna pre-tap back to full HP. Maiev on top is fine as well, yeah.
He gets the teleport from Brightwing just in case, but...
Yeah, decent early game.
Oh, we are seeing the Muradin jump already out. Doesn't quite connect.
Haka's here though. That's how the combo works as well. You can lick into Kelta stun, polymorph, and once again, Muradin goes down. No Anduin, no pull. Oh, but the Alarak, he got the big one on level 1.
Yeah, very important. If you get that, you're getting that sadism back, and also, of course, that slow is in play.
It's slow, yeah, yeah. This is very nasty. You almost... I think you're fine with your Muradin dying when you get the... Oh, Alarak though!
Oh,
maybe
telekinesis.
Not too fine anymore. Good
Great
hook, very
follow-up
good
hook.
by the way.
Tranda
walks up to get the coins. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Muradin comes in. The stun comes out. Another great cleanse here from Brightwing. And it's a combo from the Kel'Thas, allowing Stitches to turn in those gems. And our first objective goes over to the side of the blue team. And, I mean, the red team don't have great clear for the objective whatsoever.
Nope, they don't. They picked almost no wave clear draft on a map that relies on wave clear. So this could be problematic. By the way, a shout out to Brightwing. You mentioned it. The cleanses are really on point currently. Like every D is very clean.
Serene not quite finding the combo here on Dipio as they aggressively look to defend these. You know, really trying to make sure that the best defense is a good offense. Muradin and Alarak putting the fear of life into these two heroes. But they can only defend against the heroes as that objective is still getting damaged. The stun comes out, connects with Alarak. Polymorph on top, but damage not really following through. It is all about the push right now as the Hacker is opening up the bot lane and Maiev has been opening up top.
There's a gank towards the Daka. I think he should be fine even if they land CC. The Apex Predator is very hard to run down and he just walks it off. So they killed top wall, they killed mid wall, and on bottom actually they got the wall as well. That's solid.
Yeah. I think getting a few walls, it's not the best in the world, but it's absolutely keeping you there. They've got a little bit of tempo. They are ahead in XP, and with those 3 kills, you know, they can cement themselves a level 10 lead, potentially denying the red team's next objective wave.
Yeah, so the first thing you do now is you check who has the coins. And then you see Tyrande has 25 and Hanzo has 22. So if you know where these 2 heroes are, you're good. If they are missing, you need to check payments. But yeah, no level 10, right? So... Oh, the disc landed on top! They're coming for him, a lot of pings!
Oh, Gorge has been
Assist me, team.
selected as well. We're seeing...
Maybe eat the Muradin. Pyroblast! I love it!
And it's an actual Pyroblast kill, not something you see every day. It gets picked up so often, but so rarely does it get the confirmation. Potentially a little unnecessary, but beautiful to see as level 10 now here. That counter-strike that Alarak desperately wanted, now available for them.
Yeah, it was certainly a lot of overkill there against the Alarak, but you know it's back in 70 seconds. They are paying on top side. Someone has to interrupt! Stitches is walking up, gets the interrupt on Tyrande. Last second, 49, yeah.
I don't think they even interrupted Tyrande there. You know, I think Tyrande
she cancelled her.
out.
Yeah, she was. She started to get scared, which kind of works the same way.
Especially against the Stitches Gorge. 1 gem is all they need on the red team. Blues have to be careful about where it's turning in, and no one is in range for this Tyrande bot. Meanwhile, Disciple is getting pulled about. Polymorph comes in, but Dipio's not there to land the hook, and Disciple will still have that counter-strike available for this objective fight.
Yeah, would have been too deep if they tried to keep going there.
Oh, telekinesis pulls Maiev in. Dipio coming just to ward them away. They do have that Gorge, so they can use it quickly before this gate gets opened up.
Chen is here though. If they gorge now, he's gonna kick. He might kick anyways. No, not yet at least. Nice counter strike. Dodging the hook.
30-second cooldown on that, but I think it should be back before they need it again. Unless, of course, this Pyroblast comes out very, very soon.
Yeah.
Still, top wall is getting opened up. The other lanes were nicely pushed out by the blue team, still with that little bit of tempo they had. However, top wall definitely a focus. As we see DPO gets done, the keg comes out and the Stitches is getting knocked around. Great teleport here from Brightwing, but it puts them in danger from the Dragon's Arrow. And as Brightwing blink heals back onto the Kalthas, the blue team are able to escape.
Okay. Oh, she lived. She walked into the Weaver thing, but she survived. All good, all good. Crisis avoided there. Oi, 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 oi.
What a noise hazard.
Alarak. Oh, he got the Tyrande. Look at him go.
Very well done.
Bringing...
Stun already used, but...
27 coins, bro.
Yeah.
She had the pockets full.
Of course, she only paid in 1 earlier when they got that pay in.
Yeah? That's a big one. But actually, they deny the pay. They don't have enough coins anymore. The red team, currently.
Yeah,
they will have to farm a bit.
Blue team looking for a quick pay while the rest of the Reds go for an attack on Dragoth. They are slowed down, but they did get the tongue. Still, they are fighting 2v1 for a long time here.
Oh, he's winning it. He's winning the 2v1. Look at him.
Disciple had to back away.
Yeah? Worst case, Brightwing will Z, I guess. Level 13 unlocked means long hook for Stitches now.
I mean, that's the real game changer here. You know, DPO has been doing some good hooks from time to time and having a much longer range.
What it's done. Beautiful by Kalthas. But Maiev gets kicked regardless.
They will be struggling to get away. Cleanse coming out from Brightwing just to try and keep them alive. But unfortunately, Maiev does go down and Brightwing follows. Not what you want when the objective suddenly starts pushing in. A few gems lost. Not quite the 27 of Tyrande, but still enough to potentially make an impact. Oh. As we see,
chain was perfect. Can they get the kill though? Yes, they do.
I mean, that.
Oh, what a brawl there! Very a bit messy by both teams, I would say.
I think getting the
Web Weavers are going though.
Yeah, getting
bot fort.
Getting the kill on the Muradin is definitely a silver lining from that, and they are getting bot fort as well as they already got mid fort. Oh, it's a great hook from Stitches, and the follow up coming in.
He might be dead. No, he's gonna be alive. The keg to make sure he gets out of there. CC was good again. They are layering it correctly. It's the lick first and the Kelter stun. Looks like they are discussing it in voice, so they don't overlap like crazy.
I mean, that is what we like to see.
Makes a big difference for some of the heroes. Like, Muradin might have not died in mid if you overlapped your CC too much, because then he takes a lot less damage.
And of course can get those abilities through sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, the blue team has all forts alive, and they have a Stitches draft, you know? If you get some vision, you get a hook, you get a gorge. That's how you kill the people.
I think that is the key thing. They need to keep that vision up. It's one thing they've been letting a little slip from time to time. They need to make sure they keep vision on these turning points. Hook comes out, doesn't quite connect with the Tyrande. It was close though. So really finds the Stitches while Dahaka gets bullied by the rest.
He should be fine though.
So nice little isolation. Great tongue.
And Giga fine, he's killing them! Look at him! Do we have Gorge? Pyroblast!
Oh, Pyroblast into the
Chen
stacker!
is gonna be fine with that. Muradin on the other hand though. They left Gorge, by the way. Maybe he gets another one. Stitches is looking for a second target. A bit too greedy maybe. Could have... He did, I think... Because of the Pyroblast, he didn't want to eat the Chen anymore. But I think it would have actually been correct. They would have probably gotten the kill on him as well afterwards.
I mean, really good target switching though from the blue team. They had two identified that Muradin was a killable target.
Yes.
Sometimes you can just chase down that channel a little too hard.
Very clean CC chains on Muradin, I have to say. Like, they space it very nicely. It's
a well-practiced composition here, potentially, from my eyes.
Yeah?
As they have enough gems to get this pay in, but it is split between a few people.
Disc. Is this a bait? Chen is in the backline for a keg.
Oh no, Kalthas is very far forward right now, and Muradin's jumping in after just respawning. Disciple gets a 3-man silence, cleansed a little bit, but so much damage going on to everybody on the blue team. They are here trying to fight, but Cloud Destroyer is desperately trying to get away. Still, Deviant not caught in the CC chain from Kalthas, and I think this is going to be a kill here. Oh, it's a good hook to follow up though.
Big damage. Tyrande, she's alive though. She's healing so much. Hoi, hoi, hoi. Oh, and it was a bait. I asked, right? Is it a bait? And it was actually a bait. The disc. Too deep. They were not quite ready. They all die. Every single one of them goes down. It's... Oh no, it's a disaster. It's falling apart. Actually, they experience a full level lead now.
Yeah.
For the red team.
And not just that, of course, but a healthy bit of sadism for Alarak. On top of that.
On top of that.
I mean, they do have pure malice as well, so it would have been healthy either way as long as they didn't die. But the main thing here, you know, that the tempo that we talked about earlier is now swinging in the way of the red team. At least the Blues didn't lose too many gems, but all these waves are so far pushed out, and these web weavers are going to just start shredding on the structures.
Very good positioning by Ubi, like coming from behind with the Kek, disrupting them, kecking the Kelters in. A bit too over-eager with the like following up on the disc. Like, yes, he hit the disc, but it was actually not really a fight they were looking for.
Yeah. Oh, it's a
Oh, we have a Chen.
They're gonna have
But
to get
yes, Kek. He might be fine.
Certainly is, and will of course be able to fly and kick over a little bit of structure.
Oh, he's gets hooked in again.
Oh, it's a great
This time he's
volleyball.
not fine. Oh, he is actually. Wow. What an arrow by Hanzo.
Yeah.
Next hook in 2 seconds.
Oh, the double lightning is a lot of damage. Sereni coming over here, trying to get that body block. Cloud Destroyer is falling lower and lower. They're on this Maiev. They just can't quite get the space they want. Pyroblast is going to clear out the minion wave at least. Lands a little bit onto Disciple.
Ubi is pyroblasting the they are pyroblasting the highest MMR, it seems. Ubi gets hooked again! But he's unkillable or what? Come on, let there be justice. There we go.
Finally goes down.
Ay, ay, ay.
This top keep as well, a little bit unwell. The blue team might think
Another
about
hook.
the boss.
DPO is landing though. So by the way, during that fight, he landed one on Hanzo as well. Maybe he has... No, it's 3 seconds. They are in their base now. Gets gorged though, so he kind of wants to force, I think.
Oh.
Don't overdo it, bro.
The blue web weavers are coming down. They are going to look to try and get the burst on this Alarak, but Counter-Strike is very, very effective. They need to make sure they thought about it a little bit. But he's going to get away. I mean, this Tyranda's single target healing is very, very effective, and they need to be aware of that when they go for these kills. Speaking of which,
he's fine, I think. No, he's not.
Oh.
Big counter damage though. Not enough. No. It's tragic.
It was such a great position here for the Blues, but they just losing the grip of what they had. And now, after 3 kills, Cloud Destroy baiting the red team to follow it after
He's
them.
fine.
Such good patience there from them.
Yeah, you see the quality difference in the two teams, right? Like a little bit, they overstep it when they are not allowed to, and then they get punished so hard. They are still in it though. The game is it shouldn't be over, I think.
Yeah, and I'd love to see my eyes walk away with at least 1 map win in this series.
Actually, it might boss plus payment. It might be lethal because the keep is low, and they will get both. It could be rough. The D push is not the best. Like Keltas is fine, but they need level 20. They really need level 20 for the defense, and then maybe it's doable. Let's see though. There's also a chance that the red team is not syncing it correctly.
It's gonna be a little while until level 20 for sure as well.
Looking for an hook early again on Chen. He is landing. I mean, Ubi is constantly in here.
Oh, there seemed to be a small time that maybe they could get it. The keg too strong. Oh, hook again. Once again, this time onto Disciple. Sereni there on the side. And this is a good place for Kalthas to fight. Maybe even Maiev. Can they find anything more? Not quite, though, as Muradin jumps in. The blue team knowing they need to basically get the team wipe in right here, right now. Otherwise, the boss and the Web Weaver are going to do so much damage. It's a great hook onto Hanzo, but unfortunately, they are getting away. Even Polymorph can't stop the Hanzo, and Deviant...
Yeah, apparently not. He's acrobatic today. The boss is 50%, but the core is dropping. DPO, man, he landed so many hooks. But they just can't get the kills on them. And the core is gonna fall. The boss is too... Yeah, it's still 20%.
It's GG, well
Core's
played.
down to... Yeah.
And FBI are now the champions of the Nexus Rumble for Season 26 of Heroes Lounge.
Congratulations to them. I think pretty clean set by them overall. I think this map, they got away a little bit with murder. I think certainly it could have gone the other way as well.
I mean, we did...
But they, you know, when it mattered the most, they actually started winning the fights. Like, they won the fight, they took map control, like killing all forts, and then they didn't give it away anymore.
Yeah, I mean, there's certainly, you know, we certainly saw some moments of greatness from my eyes as well. Game number 1, they were stepping up to the plate. They were only a little bit behind. Game number 2, maybe not so much. But here on game number 3, they were in control at times. But just, you know, the ability to play when you're down as well as ahead is always very important, and FBI had that in all 3 games today, and that is why they are deservedly the champions in this grand final.
Yeah, certainly. They it looked very clean by them overall. And they knew the Hanzo tech. They just pick Hanzo every game. Let him do some PvE stuff, let him send some arrows. Ubi on Shen, unkillable apparently. Getting gorged 2 times, but yeah, making it out every time. Even getting pyroblasted maybe 2 or 3 times. But yeah, I don't think Chen is ever the target you really want to pyro. No. Probably use it on Hanzo or Tyrande in this case.
Even the hook gorge, we saw Chen escaping multiple times there. Keg too strong, and flying kick gets you out of structure range. So all is well.
Indeed.
Yeah, I mean, FBI did great, and they are the champions of the Nexus Rumble. The Nexus Rumble may return in the future, probably a few months from now, of course, because we've got Heroes Lounge playoffs going on for the next couple of months, and then come May, it's the Heroes 10th tournament, which we've got our own one in Heroes Lounge for amateur teams of all skill levels, as well as the Ravencourt Pro 1. Which is very exciting to see that happen.
Yeah, same. I'm actually really looking forward to that.
Well,
thank you very much for having me.
Thank you, Hazu, for coming back onto the Rumble. It's great to have you twice this season doing some casting with myself.
Yeah, the very first match or something, and the very last one, I think. It's kind of what we did.
Yeah, just about. It's good. It's good. I'm glad we were able to do it. Yeah, I mean, we'll see what's going on very soon. But yeah, I'll leave you to the rest of your stream, and we here on Heroes Lounge, I'm going to go see what other bits and bobs I need to get on with now for the rest of the day.
Okay.
But have a good
Thank
stream.
you. Bye-bye.
Ciao.
See you. Bye-bye.
There we go, everyone. Of course, the Nexus Rumble will be returning in a few months' time. We'll be focusing on the Heroes 10th tournament come May, and of course we have playoffs going on now, where there'll be plenty of matches for anyone to cast, but also get on with. But congratulations, of course, to our team, FBI, the Furious Bloody Infection. What a name they've got. But yeah, thank you everyone for tuning in, and I hope you all enjoyed having Hazu here today. I certainly did. We'll see you again next time. Good night, everybody. Bye.
It's the Rumble, the Nexus Rumble. It's Monday night tonight.